Hey, what's up? Yeah, let's go USA. Just checking that everyone can hear me fine, that there are no technical difficulties. Here. Captain America blanket today for the USA. So, about 14 minutes to go until the match in the FIFA 2022 World Cup between the USA and Iran. This is the third match in the first group for the USA, and the USA has to win today in order to advance to the round of 16. They drew against England and drew against the Welsh. This is Riley, I might as well be a noob when it comes to soccer. This is the first soccer game I'm going to have watched in about, years and years, at least 10 years, if not longer. I can't remember what soccer game I watched. I don't even remember if it was a full soccer game that I watched, but yeah. He's doing okay. He's doing okay. He was feeling a bit better, but now he's sort of fading, so he's probably going to go take a nap or a bath or something. Hey, Rosado. Go USA indeed. So how many of you watch soccer on a regular basis? Because I certainly don't. I mean, I am going into this. Yeah, Rosado, you only watched the World Cup. Well, this will be the first game of the World Cup that I've ever watched. I know the last World Cup, the US didn't even qualify because I believe they either drew or lost all of their initial matches and then embarrassed themselves against Trinidad and Tobago. Juju says soccer is your favorite sport to watch. Hockey is a close second. Well, around these parts on Flying Fluffy, our favorite term for soccer is grass hockey, because that pretty much is what it seems like it is to me. Much slower hockey played on grass. Okay, Rosado. We'll see you later tonight. It'll be either, if Dad is up for it, he'll stream with me, or it'll be just me again. So, we've got 5 people in here. Perhaps we can see how many people are interested in a complete noob watching soccer for the first time in like eternity. Juju says US has a talented young team. What holds them back is lack of experience and coach making iffy decisions with the lineup. That's interesting. I'm trying to think of the closest counterpart in, say, the NFL or the NHL to that sort of team. lack of experience. Hey Stan, it's great to have you here. I regret to tell you that Jaws will not be joining us for the soccer stream. He is still recovering. He is still recovering from the bug that took him out yesterday, and he is going to do his best to be here on to, he's going to do his best to be here later tonight for the Panthers and Calgary Flames stream. Thank you, Stan. The noob in the title refers to my complete and utter inexperience and lack of knowledge with soccer. All I know about the World Cup is what I learned from watching Urinating Tree's video about the 2018 World Cup, and also about Team USA's complete and utter embarrassments 4 years ago at the hands of teams like Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you, Juju. That's kind of you. Juju, here's a question for you. Could you recap for the chat what the USA did in 2018 in terms of soccer? Sergey says USA needs to get a quick power play to score on Iran. Yeah, it develops so slowly, but if you understand the game, it's super exciting. Yeah. All I'm hoping for is a nice high-scoring soccer game. I know it's difficult to ask for a nice high-scoring soccer, just not another draw. That's all that's all the USA needs, right? So it's the USA versus Iran. If Juju could break down the scenarios in which the US will make it into the round of 16, that would be fantastic. Juju, after failing to qualify in 2018, the US looked inward and got rid of 18 players and brought in younger guys. So here's a question, Juju. When you say failed to qualify, does that mean they weren't even in the 32 team roster last time around? They have the ceremonies. They have the ceremony going on the field. Most new players on the team developed in Europe, which makes the overall play better. They're playing Iran national anthem. Oh, hey, Jaws, want to give a cameo to everyone? Hey, that's a sweet shirt. Your head is cut off.
I'm headless.
Between World Cups, every FIFA member nation team has to compete within their own conference to make the World Cup. Yeah. Well, US plays in thank you. US plays in CONCACAF, which includes North America and the Caribbean. So they must be playing the U.S. anthem now. Is that red, white, and blue sprayed into that one guy's hair? And the other dude is his hair is full on white. So silly question to ask. The players on each nation's team are all from that nation, right? It's not like hockey where it's a US hockey team with like guys from Russia or Finland or something, right? The top 3 teams in that conference are USA, Mexico, and Canada. They must be citizens of that nation to play on the national team. Either that or their parents were born there. And that's interesting. Okay, it looks like they're gonna take the decorative stuff off the field and we'll be good to play soon. Pretty much that means citizenship. Yeah. Hey, Michael. I'm doing pretty good. I have not caught whatever struck down my dad yesterday. My dad is probably going to be taking a nap or a bath. He's saving his energy to try and do the Panthers Flames stream tonight. So Juju, are you a first time watcher here or are you a regular here on Flying Fluffy? I'm not sure I've seen your name before in this chat in the chats. Sergito Dest has Dutch and American citizenship, so he could choose between Netherlands and the US to play internationally. And he chose the US. Michael, this is the title. The title is not clickbait. It's a total noob watching soccer for the first time in pretty much ever. Not counting maybe the half a game I watched once when I was a kid and can barely remember. They're showing the lineup. How many players? How many players are there on the field? Okay, the United States starting lineup: Turner, Robinson, Ream, Carter Vickers, Dest, Adams, Musa, McKenney, Pulisic, Sargent, and Weah. Well, that's cool, Juju. Well, great to have you aboard for the stream. Jim says if your grandparents or spouse was born in another country, you're eligible to play for that country. Kyle, your form of entertainment this afternoon will be the chat. Won't be surprised if it's 1-0 after 90 minutes. Well, that's probably would be a better outcome for the US if they win than the 0-0 draw they had against I believe that was England. If I recall correctly, the US drawed 1-1 against the Welsh and 0-0 against England. It looks like the game is starting any second now. Players to watch for the US are McKinney, Pulisic, and Wee on attack, and Adams on defense. Okay, thank you, Michael. The U.S. team tied with the Welsh, a team that hadn't qualified for the World Cup since 1958. And Iran takes possession first, and they're already waving the yellow flag. U.S. needs a win, Iran needs a draw. So, looks like Iran is getting the pitch, the kick inside U.S. territory. This is a must-win game for the U.S., so expect a high-paced game looking for goals that won't be slow or boring as previous games. Okay, the U.S. is attempting to take the ball away from Iran. In Qatar, it is 75 degrees with 73% humidity. So, Iran continues to possess, and it's turned over by the U.S., and they are driving down, and unfortunately, the ball gets stolen away. USA can't get goals. Great. So what happened here? Oh, he just got absolutely robbed by the Iranian player. Again, I'm not familiar with the player rosters. I would have looked them up before the game, but that would have spoiled the total noob title. Okay. Looks like number 7 and number 2 are passing it back to each other. Now it's number 13 gets the ball. Iran advances with a win or draw and a Wales loss and draw. United States can only advance with a win. Iran defense is solid. They'll absorb pressure and counter. And the ball is out of bounds again. Looks like number 2 for the U.S. is going to throw it in. U.S. has kept the ball inbounds, and they are trying to set up for a shot. This is just slow grass hockey. I can do this. Michael, you're already bored. Well, if nothing else, hopefully this stream can be entertaining. You know, number 13 is getting ready to toss the ball in. Greg Berhalter is the coach for the U.S. And now it gets thrown in. And okay, the U.S. still has possession. 36 wins, 12 draws, and 10 losses. Apparently, that's the career that Greg has had for the U.S. I think the cardinal sin of soccer is perhaps that it's so easy to get a draw. You know, hockey fixed that problem a while ago. Andrew says a win and we play the Netherlands in the knockout rounds. And Iran is looking like they're about to score, but then the U.S. gets it back gives it back immediately to Iran, and that's a wide shot. Don't know where he was trying to shoot that. The irony is, Andrew, apparently, Michael, you'll be back in a minute. Okay, but one of the U.S. players has both U.S. and Dutch citizenship, so he could have played for either team in this World Cup. And he chose to play for the U.S. We have 10 people in here, which is more than I thought we'd get. So now the U.S. has possession. It goes to number 5, who kicks it over to number 8. Number 8 keeps it. It is going down the field. It's given back to number 5, who's going backwards. Number 13 shoots it across the field to midfield. Number 20 passes it along to right-hand field. And they're just playing hot potato with the ball. And number 2 has possession. He takes it over it gets passed along. This team can't get the ball past the 3/4 mark of the field. And it's a shot, and it goes well past and he keeps it in play. And the ball sails through the air and into the legs of the U.S. guy. Am I ready for the Panthers tonight? You have a tough one tonight. Who's your team, Andrew? So Iran now has possession again, and the ball just rolls to the goalie. Oh, Lightning. Yeah, that's a tough one for you guys. But if the Panthers can beat the Bruins, so can the Lightning. Yeah, I'm ready. Ready as I will ever be. The U.S. is trying to get some offensive momentum, and they're struggling just keeping it on Iran's side of the field. Panthers are making you sick this season. Wanted to smash something last night. 4.4 seconds left. Yeah, it's a good thing my dad didn't watch that, or he would have. It would have made him even more sick than he already is. It's a shot, and the goalie makes a save. U.S. has prime opportunity to get a shot off, but the Iran has a stout defense, and it's another shot, and it goes sailing into the stands. Still, Andrew, still. The Florida Panthers are playing the Calgary Flames tonight, so that should be fun. Playing against Huberto again. Okay. So it's Y Musa's 20th birthday today, number 6 for the U.S. team. Iran is trying to get a shooting lane, but the ball, there's a foul. Thank you, Andrew. Yes, Andrew. Either I will be streaming tonight by myself, or if my dad is feeling well enough, he will be running the stream, and I'll be there. Iran defeated the United States 2-1 in the 1998 World Cup group stage. The U.S. is charging down the field, but Iran takes the ball again. Grass hockey, yeah. Welcome, MC. Let's see. The U.S. takes a shot, and there was a save by the Iran goalkeeper. It was a pretty good setup, but the goalie made a good save. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Why do you say screw the US team, MC? Yeah, we will need Bob to get it together. So now the US is taking it down to midfield. And the US keeps possession. So Wales and England are tied right now. United States is currently third in the group. So they need a win to advance. And the US looked like they had an opportunity for me, but then Iran's impeccable defense stymied them again. They went woke with their alphabet mafia flag on their logo instead of our red, white, and blue. Interesting. When you got into hockey, you looked at it as soccer on ice. Andrew says, you saw my dad's review from last night's game. You didn't look happy. Well, yeah. Yet another overtime loss doesn't really help us. We're only 1 point out of a playoff spot, the Florida Panthers. Okay. Iran has possession. We are approaching 13 minutes played. The clock apparently never stops in soccer. You hope Jaws gets as much rest as he can. This road trip will be tough on him with the late nights on top of fighting the bug. Yeah. Yes, Ollie. There will be a stream tonight. Oh, US, and the ball is out of bounds again. Oh no, he kept it in bounds. Yes, Ollie, there will be a late stream tonight. Either I will stream it by myself, or if Jaws is feeling well enough, he'll do it with me. Hoobie hat trick. Okay, so Iran is taking possession yet again. It never occurs to me how huge a soccer field is until you see all these people running around it. Iran is just passing the ball back and forth between their own players. So Iran is trying to outmaneuver outmaneuver the U.S. and it fails, and the U.S. takes possession again. You play soccer. The fitness needed to play the game is underrated by a lot of casual fans. Yeah, I'm sure it is. All that running around and kicking. It must be exhausting. That plays a hand into the draws and slow nature of the game. Yeah, I'm sure the soccer players are like, give us a break. We've been running around this field for an hour and a half straight. And the goalie for the U.S. has to take the ball. And the U.S. has possession again. They are slowly taking the ball past midfield. And there's a wide open shooting opportunity, and he can't get it off. Number 2 has it now. And now they are trying to set up for a shot. And Iran has possession again. Oh, and the US gets it back. And the goalie makes a great save. And then US has possession, but Iran is determined. And now they are driving down, but they kick it right to the US player. You play small-sided games, so when you play, it's more fast-paced. So in the contest, the U.S. has the advantage in possession. Pardon me. McKenny has the ball. Now he takes it over. This seems to be a war of attrition. Whose defense cracks first? The U.S. is healthily outpossessing Iran right now. So we're continuing to maintain about 10 people here, which I'm glad, since soccer is an interesting experience. Oh, there's a wide open shot, and I don't get it. From the TV, it looks like they have wide open lanes to the net, and they keep seeming to shoot it sideways instead. Hey, Select, what's up? I'm doing pretty good. I wanted to stream this game because this is the game that the USA needs to win in order to advance in the FIFA World Cup. And it was a nice surprise finding you as the moderator on Urinating Trees Monday Night Football stream last night. That was pretty fun. Juju says he used to play in hockey rinks at a park in South Florida. It was lots of fun. You haven't gotten to play much in Orlando, though. Well, yeah. The people who play soccer and hockey, I dedicate them for choosing games that involve you being on the field for long, exhausting stretches of time. And now the U.S. has possession again. Oh, the U.S. was trying to set up their guys with no defenders in front of the nets, but the pass got deflected. And now Iran has an opportunity if they can get the ball, and they do. And thankfully, the U.S. manages to kick it away. We are almost at 20 minutes into this game. And Iran is now is possession inside the US's zone. And the ball goes out of bounds again. So they're showing all the kids in the American flag shirts and waving their little flags. Let's see. Juju says the camera makes some lanes look bigger than they really are. A lot of shots get sent to the top rows because it's hard to keep shots down when you're trying to get a quick one off. Select. I am laughing my ass off that Qatar got eliminated because of all of the drama and outright scandals and corruptions that the country has created just to get their World Cup in the winter. And they are the first, I believe they are the first soccer team in World Cup history to host the World Cup and not win a single soccer game. Ecuador got eliminated. Were Qatar and Ecuador in the same group? Select or Juju? Let's see. Yeah, no kidding. It's Qatar. Let's see. And the U.S. is trying to make something happen, but Iran's defense might as well be a wall. They were both in Group A. So yeah, Russia put up a better fight when they hosted the World Cup. So if Ecuador and Qatar are eliminated, who advanced from Group A? Yeah, I I did know about that, Juju. So I'm curious who beat out Qatar and Ecuador in Group A. And the US has an opportunity, but they can't. The Iran's defense keeps stymieing them. At Netherlands and Senegal. Russia was in a paper soft group. So we all know about Qatar's incompetence. No points and one goal in 3 games as World Cup hosts. But what was Ecuador's downfall? What happened there? And is it a real shock that Qatar and Ecuador made it in, or did not make it in, but Netherlands and Senegal did? Hey, Rick, what's up? Defensive breakdowns. Well, the U.S. could use a defensive breakdown from Iran because right now nothing is going through. You just did another update to your 32 team NHL. You added a team in Las Vegas. Oh. Yes. Yeah, that's what Juju said. Select. And the Iranian goalie kicks it all the way past midfield. So Iran can barely get into the US's zone at all, and the US can't make any shots in the Iranian zone because the Iranian defense is too good, and the US offense is so potent except where it really matters. You're not a really soccer fan, more hockey, baseball, football, basketball. It's weird since Ecuador had a tough defense in South American qualifiers. Yeah, Rick, well, I was wanting to stream this particular game because this is the game that determines if the US will advance into the round of 16 or not. And there's a block shot. Yeah, Rick, it's if you saw this title of the stream, it's a watching total noob watching soccer for the first time and probably ever. Now the US is going to get a pitch, I believe, inside a kick inside the Iranian zone. And there's the kick, and it sails almost to midfield where Iran easily takes possession. My day's been pretty good today. I'm having fun doing this stream, and I'll have fun doing the stream late tonight with or without Dad. Your Colombian and Ecuador beat you 6-1 in qualifiers. Oh, there's a block shot, and the US, the US had a beautiful shot on goal, but the Iranian goalie snatched it. Ecuador beat you 6-1 in qualifiers, which was considered a national embarrassment. Yeah, that's a hockey score, not that's a that should not be a soccer score. That's just disrespectful. Let's see. Costa Rica has a chance of advancing to the World Cup over Qatar. Well, Qatar is gone, so um he is still recuperating, Rick. He's doing his best to try and be here for the late night stream tonight. He's probably taking his bath right now. Now Iran has possession again. I swear, if the USA does another 0-0 draw, Costa Rica lost 7-0 to Spain. High scores in soccer are possible but uncommon. So for what I'm seeing so far, the main problem with soccer is that defense is just too good. Whereas in hockey, there would have been like at least 5 to 10 shots on goal from each team by this point. Here, there's been like a combined total of maybe 3, and the shot is deflected. Hey, True, what's up? The ball is still in play, and Iran just shoots it back past midfield. Does the same rule from basketball apply in soccer where whoever kicks it out or deflects the ball out of bounds, the ball goes to the opposite team. Thank you, Juju. True, it's grass hockey, so it's going to be a lot slower and a lot less excitement normally. It is possible. Juju says there was lots of scoring in yesterday's games, so I would have had fun with those games. Yeah, unfortunately, none of those games involved the U.S. Iran is trying to get themselves in scoring position, but there is an injured Iranian player. It's Ahmad. Yeah. What happened here? Oh, it looks like Ahmad's leg got bent sideways. He is in agony on the field. Yeah, Panthers choked again last night, but at least we got the point. Thank you, True. It's nice that you joined in to say hi. This is your fifth World Cup, so you're used to watching the majority of the games, even if the US or Colombia aren't played. Hey, Ghost! USA! 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 So, it looks like the US goalie is going to be kicking off. Let's see. The US has had 5 shots and is controlling over 50% of the possession. In other words, the US is dominating this game offensively, but they can't score. Does Team USA need Ekblad because we don't need him? Did Ekblad do something last night to deserve that? I think Ekblad is still one of our better players, at least defensively, when he's healthy, that is. And the USA continues to keep possession. They're going down the field. That's number 5, who's trying to do everything himself. And now Iran has possession. And it's an easy ball for the goalie to grab or to just kick back to the USA. Yeah, the Wales and England game is still tied. Okay, True. See you tonight. They're at 35 minutes. Well, it looks like we just passed 34 minutes. 34 minutes in the USA Iran game. Ekblad is too slow to be the last man back defending Draisaitl and McDavid in overtime. Yeah. Well, basically Basically, the Florida Panthers are in deep trouble because we are stuck with that anchor of a contract in Sergei Bobrovsky. We can't sign any pieces to help out with our depth when we're paying this dude $10 million to be putting up some of the worst numbers of his career. So the USA is, and the ball is back out of bounds. That's the thing. In hockey, it's a lot more difficult for the puck to sail out of play, whereas the ball goes out of bounds quite often here in soccer. You're more upset with the conceded goal with 4.4 seconds left than when the overtime goal. Yeah, Ghost Gallant was fired for way less than this. And Iran is unable to keep it in bounds, so that means the US will get a pitch in. Yeah, that corner kick was a while ago. So that's what that's called. So it's a long shot. And it goes out of bounds again. Let's see. Maurice sucks. The team lost all identity at last year. The defensive playoff style is not what the team is built for. Okay, Iran is trying to turn over the ball, but the US goalie kicks it all the way near midfield and US takes possession. Could we have some excitement in this game, please? And could something happen? Goal! Oh, and a US player paid dearly for that goal. But congratulations, USA. You have a lead. Congratulations. With 38 minutes past, Pulsilic, I believe is his name, is inside the net in agony. So what happened here? Oh, he ran right into the Iranian goalie. Ouch. He sacrificed everything to make that goal. I don't know why they would call it off. That was a total accident. And they're showing finally some excitement. Yeah, that was Pulisic. So who exactly is Pulisic on the team? Is he a forward or a defenseman? And there's the crowds going wild because there's actually some excitement. Huh. There's someone in the stands waving a banner saying they're from Melbourne, Florida. Well, that's awesome. My grandparents live in Melbourne. So does my mom and my brother. He's a midfielder and forward. Hey, there, Pulsalik is still in the nets. He hasn't moved. TK, I will be streaming no matter what happens tonight. So with that, the USA is officially in second place in their group. TK, if nothing else, I will be doing the stream. And Pulsalik is finally on his feet. Yeah, my dad will do his best to be here tonight for the stream, the Calgary versus Panthers. Oh. He can barely stand. It doesn't. Juju, do you have any idea what happened on that? Do you have any idea what happened on that play? Who's watching the game with me? Oh, Iran is trying to get a shot, but they are unsuccessful. It looked like Pulsalik just ran hard into the goalie. He might have hit his head on the rib cage of the goalie or the elbow. Yeah, he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. That's what it really seems like. Yeah, select US has a chance now. Or knee on knee contact. Yeah. He's walking okay. It just seems like, let's see. Does Pulisic, he's trying to loosen up. It looks like he got the wind knocked out of him. It looks like he just got flattened. And they have called a yellow card on Tyler Adams for bowling over an Iranian player. So, Juju, could you explain to me how yellow and red cards work in soccer? Again, total noob. So, we are approaching 43 minutes in this game, and the USA has a 1-0 lead. And then yellow cards are a caution for a hard foul. Pulisic is trying to pull through whatever happened. Christian Pulisic is his 22nd goal for USA. He just walked off the field. Let's see if you get the second one in the same game, it serves a red card and you're disqualified the rest of the game and suspended for next. And Pulisic is a striker. And your team plays the rest of the game down the man. Let's see. So the USA is trying to. Oh, they got the pass they wanted. They've got prime opportunity here. And why would you pass in that situation? All you had to do was take a shot. Dear God, USA, there's no getting comfortable in this game until the US is winning by multiple goals. Because heavens knows Iran is going to do everything in their power to get that draw at worst. We could get stoppage time though. The shot's right there, and instead he passes whoever number 2 is. And there's a Iranian player number 5. He is now shaking up and having to warm up on the sidelines. Yeah, Select, he should have shot it there. Okay. There's the USA chant. Now, what does that +5 graphic mean on the main time ticker? Does that mean extra time due to stoppage? +5 stoppage time. 5 added minutes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Juju and Ghost. Mohammadi is done for the night. I have no idea what time it is in Qatari time. The USA has it in Iran's zone, but it's Iran who has possession right now. Seems like Wales and England will be going into halftime 0-0. The clock is stopped every time the ball is out of play or when there's injuries or subs. Thank you, Juju. Well, there's been a lot of out of bounds and injuries or subs. Already an extra 5 minutes of game to be played. So the US has possession now, and maybe this time if they get an opportunity, they'll try to do something with it. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Juju. So Iran is trying to, and there's another whistle. The US has 8 shots, 2 corners, and 3 fouls. Iran has no shots, no corners, and 3 fouls as well. So the US is completely dominating the Iran in terms of shots. And they have the lead to boot. So the US gets the turnover and prime opportunity, and the U.S. player picks it up, but then he's driven out of shooting range. The U.S. continues to possess inside the Iranian zone, and they finally turn it over. And now Iran will get to. No! It gets turned over again. No team can hold on to this ball. And Ghost says it is halftime. Nothing between Wales and England. So the U.S. is trying desperately to get some momentum, but instead Iran now has the ball. Yeah, Jeff, USA. Welcome to the Total Noob stream of soccer. I'm doing good, Jeff. How are you? I'm watching the USA try not to get yet another draw. And there's a wide upper. Goal! That was a fantastic. Well, it looks like it was a. So what? Yeah. No, offside flag is up. I see. They're saying it was just offside, Jeff. You're worried Berhalter will instruct the team to defend the lead rather than add to it. And the first half has ended. Juju, perhaps you could help explain soccer offsides for Jeff, because I certainly don't know what it is. Okay, so it is halftime. USA is leading Iran 1-0. Oh, they're. Well, they were showing a graphic trying to explain the offside, but I still don't get it. I believe Fluffy is upstairs with my dad. Let's see. It's similar to the hockey offside, except the line is measured at the last defensive player. The knee was over the line, so the system detected it offside, which is bullshit. Hey, Michael, I think it's pretty fun. A, a goal has actually been scored. It would have been 2 goals if the US wasn't called offside, which Ghost believes is BS. An attacking player An attacking player cannot cross the offside line before the ball is passed. Pretty much you cannot be behind the last player at all. So in other words, you can't just go behind the last guy on defense and then pass the ball. So in other words, that's a rule that's meant to make it so that you cannot have a guy run behind the last defender and then pass the ball to him. Well, that makes sense. Jeff, it will either be Jaws and me or just me. Jaws is doing his best to rest up and relax and get his energy up for the game tonight. FIFA is using a new offside detection system, which has made offside calls razor thin. In 2014, that US goal would have stood. And Ghost says they should measure by the foot, not by the damn knee. You have to break the defense as the ball is being passed. Hey, politically incorrect puppets, it's me, Kyle. I am the son of Jaws, and I am streaming as a total noob, watching soccer for the first time in eons. They're showing highlights from the game. Let's see. Okay, I will, Jeff. Rosaldo popped in at the very beginning of this stream. He's in school right now. Jaws is the guy who's usually always on camera on Flying Fluffy, the channel that you're on. Yeah, Ghost, he's the ranter. So the USA is currently in second place in their group, which would mean, all the US has to do is win and they can advance to the round of 16. Yeah, he's in the bubble bath. He's either in the bath or in his bed trying to rest up for tonight's stream of Florida Panthers versus Calgary Flames. So what does FIFA use? What do they use? Like a laser line or something to determine if the player is offsides? Yes, Michael, I will be doing the stream tonight, even if Dad isn't up for it. It's cameras use it. I see. Jeff, the weather is okay. It's probably in the, I want to say, the upper 40s. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame, politically incorrect puppets. Yeah. Jaws is getting this rub-a-dub-dub on. So, who else would have a channel with what name? When will I launch my own channel? At some point, I guess. My channel would be quite quite different from my dad's. It would be a lot more historical documentaries, a lot of talk about Disney. If I did the YouTube videos as much as my dad does. When I buy my own laptop. I had a laptop a while ago. I just haven't used it, and I don't think it works anymore. Hintz just signed an 8-year contract with the Stars. So I'm not sure who Hintz is, but an 8-year contract sounds like he's getting paid the big boy bucks. Roop Hintz. Select says it sucks that Canada is out of the World Cup. Did they get eliminated? I thought they had qualified. He currently has 8 goals, 16 assists. Well, that's pretty cool. Belgium is at risk. Oh, I don't think Belgium could bear it if they didn't advance. We've got 12 people here and 13 likes on the video, so that's awesome. Canada mathematically are out after they lost to Croatia. And yes, Ghost, you are correct. The USA would currently qualify with England. Which means if the US advances today, the odds of me doing more Total Noob soccer streams goes up quite significantly. Belgium has to beat Croatia or else it's over. They're showing all the US fans. That's a choice. Someone is wearing sunglasses that are in the shape of American flags. Let's see. Will I do any more Bills football? Well, Jeff, we will be streaming at least one more Bills game with the Dolphins Bills game on December 18th. That's going to be a game we stream. And if there ends up being a game with the Bills with massive implications on the AFC, in particular the Dolphins, and it happens to be going on at the same time as the Dolphins game is ending, then yeah. US would play the winner of Group A if they advance, which is Netherlands in this case. Let's see. Japan either needs to beat or draw with Spain in order to qualify. And if Germany, Costa Rica is a draw, then Japan is in with a draw or win. So yeah, Jeff, the answer to your question is that we will be streaming at least one more game involving the Bills with the Dolphins Bills game on December 18th. So join us there. Dad and I still plan on streaming every single Dolphins game, which, barring an utter catastrophe, will include the playoff games too. I find it funny how there are two sports that share the name football. There's a good old American football, and then there's football. I wonder how that happened and why they ended up being so ridiculously different. The only South Florida team you can't stand is the Dolphins. Well, yeah, I mean you're a Bills fan, right? So that makes sense. Personally, as a Dolphins fan, of our AFC East rivals, I only have real true hatred for the Jets and Patriots. I was pretty happy for you guys when you ended up being the new Kings after Tom Brady left the Patriots. But what needs to happen now is, sorry, Jeff, but right now the Dolphins maintain AFC East supremacy, and all the Dolphins have to do is keep winning, which it's going to be tough, admittedly, with our games against the 49ers, Chargers, and Bills coming up. I'd say if we go 2 out of 3 on that stretch, as a Dolphins fan, I would be happy. Ghana has to beat Uruguay to seal it, and Korea has to pull off a miracle and beat Portugal to even have a chance to make it. It looks like we are getting the face-off, and it got just kicked to the USA team. Hey, Raven, welcome to the Total Noob stream of USA versus Iran in the World Cup. The USA has to win in order to advance, and right now they are winning 1-0. Okay, Jeff, you enjoy your lunch, man. It's 11:30 p.m. in Qatar. Well, the second half literally just started, Raven. So there's a whole other half of the game. It's like another 45 minutes. Plus, I believe. Oh, the USA is driving down, and then the Iranian goalie makes a save. Tomorrow is Tunisia versus my French boys, Australia versus Denmark, Poland versus Argentina, and Saudi versus Mexico. Iran is trying to get a shot off, but they fail to do so. Yeah, Raven, neither do I. That's Iran. Iran is trying to keep the US from scoring again. So, yeah, Raven, this is why this is called the Total Noob stream. Oh, and the Iranian goalie makes a save. Group C situation. If Saudi even wins, they qualify. Argentina needs to win to stay completely safe. Argentina. Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia, a team that had plus 2,200 odds against it, ended up winning. England just scored. Well, that is good. That actually is good for the U.S. because it for Welsh would have needed at least a 3-goal differential in their favor to beat out the U.S. in the case that the U.S. won, I believe. The U.S. is utterly dominating possession, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. How's Russia? Saudi Arabia played a perfect offside trap against Argentina. Argentina just never figured out how to stay onside. It's a corner kick for the U.S., and it looks like Iran is about to clear. And they are running down the field. They have prime opportunity, and it gets stolen away by the U.S. And the Iranian just bowled over the U.S. player from behind. So Christian Pulisic has, quote, an abdominal injury. So that sounds like a major loss for the U.S. It literally got punched. 2-0 England now. Yep, there goes the Free Lions. Or is that's England's, right? The 3 Lions. Or for Mexico to qualify over around the 16. Poland has to beat Argentina, and Mexico must beat Saudi by 4 more goals. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. And there goes another American laying on the field. Speaking of big losses, Allen Robinson and Darnell Mooney, your fantasy wide receiver depth, are out for the season. Let's see, it's as possible as the Texans making the playoffs. Okay. So Iran has possession again. So Iran is trying desperately to get a goal because all Iran has to do is tie. All Iran has to do is tie, and they're in. And the ball gets deflected before it can reach the net. Thank goodness. Okay, this approaching 51 and a half minutes total in the game. Mexico is done for. Okay, the U.S. now has possession. And the ball is out of bounds. We have 8 people here.
It's 1-0.
Yeah. You will have. So, USA has had 9 attempts at goal and 4 on target. Iran has had 1 attempt at a goal and none on target. So Iran continues to maintain possession as they drive into the.
Oh, so there's still almost an hour left, eh?
Yeah,
They've been playing for an hour. There's still an hour left.
that's a nice deflection there. Yeah, Andrew, you might have seen a brief cameo from Jaws there. Let's see. England versus Senegal, Netherlands versus. The United States continues to hold 53% of the possession. Iran.
So do I need to change the name of the channel to Flying Funky Soccer? By the way, it sounds good. Because I was listening for a little bit.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how good the quality is in those mics. I'm happy with it.
Thank you.
It sounds like I spent $400 on a mic. So, but it's good.
Yeah.
You know, it's none of the drag or any of that crap that you would get from a web,
Yeah.
from a cheaper mic.
So you've been tuning in, and
yeah, I had a whole conversation with you, and you didn't catch on.
Oh, it's
Who else would be politically incorrect puppets?
Andrew says, Jaws, can I have your autograph? I didn't know that was you.
I tried to make it obvious, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You're focused on what you're focused on. I'm just playing around.
Thanks. Yeah. Jaws had joined us as politically incorrect puppets, and I had no idea. Yeah. As a Panthers fan, Raven, I wish the Bruins good luck tonight. So it is now. We are now approached 55 minutes of play. The U.S. is just playing hot potato inside their own zone, which could have disastrous results if they don't stay awake. Now they are charging down the field. And now, unfortunately, Select Jaws is no longer in earshot. And there's a shot that got deflected. Yeah, that's what I found out, Ghost. Qatar is the only country to host a World Cup and not win a single game in the group stage. Congratulations, Qatar. Not only are you a flagrant abuser of human rights, and they've also set a record for least goals scored by a host country. Yeah. 1 goal in 3 games. Yeah. Andrew is asking, what about South Africa in 2010? 1. All the metric ton of money that Qatar bribed FIFA for a World Cup to call their own. And it was against Senegal. There is now a corner kick again for the U.S. Seems like a prime opportunity to make it 2-0. That's all the U.S. has to do is get a multi-goal lead because Iran doesn't look like they're getting any sort of offensive momentum anytime soon. You believe South Africa beat France in 2010? Yeah, exactly, Ghost. And the USA player kicks it out of bounds. Come on, fellas. Hey, Ellie. Ellie has decided to join me down here. Sorry, Ellie Bear. You want to get on the couch? You have to go the other way. Come here. Against France is a complete shambles that World Cup, so it's not like South Africa had to try too hard. Delay again, offside. Ellie is now laid in her bed, and we are back. USA now has to start over again. So the US is trying to get it past midfield, and now it's turned over, and Iran has possession. It really seems like the USA is slowing down. Yeah. And the US is trying desperately not to turn it over in their own zone, and they fail. And another USA player is writhing in agony. His knee got locked into another player's legs. USA is pulling a Panther called protect the lead. Italy failed to qualify again, despite winning the European Championship in 2020. Dear God, how do you live with yourself if you're the Italy soccer team? That's 2 straight World Cups they failed to qualify for, right? The only red card this entire World Cup so far was handed to Wayne Hennessy, the Wales goaltender. Wow. I never figured it would be a goaltender who gets a red card. The Iranian crowd is turning on the cheers because they sense the blood in the water. And the Korea coach, too, knows after the game, so it literally means nothing. How does a coach get a red card? Iran is trying to get a shot, but the ball is deflected. And there's a collision. And I'm surprised that's not a penalty. And I think, did Iran just kick it out? Cussing out the ref. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, the USA will be pitching it in. They have a chance finally to remember that they're dominating Iran in the offensive zone. And it'd be nice if one of these USA players would like to take a shot. I know it must be harder than it looks, but surely you can avoid kicking it back past the half the yard midfield line. You mean the offense pitch again? Total noob at soccer. And now the Iranian player is in agony. Ramen. And he landed hard on his leg. For Korean coaches Portuguese. Wait, how does that happen? How can the coach for a Korean soccer team be Portuguese? Juju, please explain. Yes, select an Iranian player is down. I just passed 63 and a half minutes on my clock. It's the players that have to be that nationality, not the coach. Okay, well, that makes sense. Thank you, Ghost and Juju. The U.S. is doing their best to pressure the Iranians, but now they are driving and look like they have a budding opportunity, and now there's a heads deflection. And Iran is trying to get a shot, and he missed. Oh, it curved behind the net. I thought for a second. It went in. Oh, that was. When's the next Panthers game stream? It's tonight's Raven. Tonight. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Substitution. McKennie is out and Acosta is in for the U.S. team. Let's see. Acosta's had 2 goals in 53 international appearances. That seems a little low. Yeah, Iran was way too close to tying the game. Iran doesn't have to play for the win. They just have to play for that sweet, sweet draw. Come on, U.S. Do something besides draw for once in this World Cup. Let's see. What's the score, George? It's 1-0. Oh, yeah. Good point, Ghost. George, it's 1-0 USA over Iran. And it's 3-0 England over Wales with 69 minutes in their game. So, yeah, it's 1-0 US. All the US has to do is win, and they will make it into the round of 16. 21 minutes left in England versus Wales. Yes, Raven. Draws are what ties are called in soccer, and it happens all the time. The U.S. drawed 1-1 with Wales and drawed 0-0 with those damn English. So the U.S. is trying to, and now there's another whistle. We just passed 67 minutes here in Qatar between USA and Iran. Yeah, select exactly. Wales isn't going to make it. All the US has to do is win, and all Iran has to do is draw. So the stakes couldn't be higher with the US only winning by one. Well, 4 goals is not impossible, Ghost. England is trying to say, hey, it's possible. Darth says, go, Iran, go. I don't think so. This is USA. USA. What was that, a penalty shot? I didn't even know. And he completely whiffed. It was a free kick. Penalty is taken inside the box on the dot. Let's see. The US is now has to get the ball back at some point. Iran is trying to set themselves up in scoring position. And the ball sails over the net. Thank goodness. If it's a breakaway and a penalty happens, then it's a penalty kick. No defenders, just a shooter and the goal. Any foul committed by a defender inside his own box results in a penalty for the opposing team. Golshadin and Hajizafi are out. Golizadeh and Hajizafi, it looks like they are out. And Torabi and Jalali are in for Iran. Okay, Ghost. See you in a little bit. Let's see. So you'll be back for the Panthers stream, Raven. Okay. See ya. Hey, there you are, Jaws. It is still 1-0. Still 1-0 USA. And we just passed 71 and a half minutes, which I believe means there's like about 18 and a half minutes. Is my math right there? The US has it in the offensive zone, and the ball goes out of bounds again. Yeah. Juju says about 18 minutes left plus added time. There's been 5 minutes added, right? Glad to have you on, Jaws. Okay. If results hold, England will win Group B and the United States will advance. But they just have to keep the lead. That's all the USA has to do. And Iran has possession now, and they are charging down the field. And now they've sort of stalled out. And the goalie kicks it all the way to midfield. And there's a battle for possession that the U.S. wins. Oh! And there's a collision, and yet another U.S. player is... Oh! The U.S. guy was basically tripped by the Iranian player, and that looked dangerous. Yikes. So, does anyone know who that is? Who's injured? So, hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, Josh Sargent. Yeah, that looked painful. Makes me glad I didn't choose to play soccer. I'm sort of clumsy on my feet sometimes. Yeah. His foot hit the ball when he landed. Ow. Okay, well he's on his feet, so that's good. He's walking gingerly off the field. That part is they don't wear protective cups. Ouch. The U.S. is defending a man short. Oh, that's not good. So Iran is trying to take advantage, but they cannot. And now we can just shoot it away. Oh. It's a yellow card, I believe, against the Iranian. We still have 4 people in here, so that's impressive, I suppose. Players seem to drop like flies on the soccer field. And yeah, that was a very aggressive trip. Ouch. So the U.S. has had to make yet another substitution. Players fall to draw fouls. Sargent is out, and Wright is in for the U.S. Yeah. So Iran has possession still. Iran has no substitutions remaining. US has 2 substitutions remaining. Sometimes it's used to slow the game down, which I don't like since it means a lot of players dive or embellish contact to get calls. Well, we just passed 78 minutes, 15 seconds. So the time is winding down. It would be nice if there was some more excitement. This is why it's called grass hockey, isn't it? Iran has the ball, and there's some very good passes. And Iran wants a foul for the US guy running into the US guy running into the Iranian. Clock continues to tick. With all these penalties and the delays, it's gonna be like another 10 minutes of play. You expect the US to sit deeper in their half or last 10 minutes while Iran puts on the pressure. The US needs to at least make an effort to score again. A draw isn't good enough this time, boys. I swear, if the US misses out on the round of 16 because they could only manage draws, the US will make 2 substitutions at the next opportunity, says the broadcaster. So, this is what turns a lot of Americans away from the game. Yeah. It's not quite reached the point. Oh, no. Is this a... Oh. It's a penalty shot, I think. Is that what I'm seeing? And Iran can tie it right here. Oh, this is a big one. And the US manages to push the ball back. Oh, what an awesome save. And there's another foul. Yeah. Well, that was a great save. A yellow card has been shown to a player on Iran's bench. Time just keeps winding down. We are almost at 83 minutes gone by. Okay. Can the U.S. hold on? We just passed 83 minutes left. And that was a good catch. Good catch by the goalie. To the 5 of you still here, thanks. I'm looking for some more excitement here as the time starts to wind down. There are some penalty minutes that have been added to the end of this game. So Iran is trying desperately to get themselves into position. Current standings, England would win Group B and USA would advance. All the USA has to do is not give up a goal. And there was some blocks. There's no foul, surprisingly. Oh. And the ball is out of bounds thanks to the US. So 85 minutes now. And the USA chants are getting loud in the stadium. Shout out to the Americans who traveled all the way to Qatar. They must really, really love soccer. You know what I mean? It's a lot of hustling, a lot of backwards passes now. All Iran has to do is score. And the US just has to cross their fingers and pray that it doesn't happen. Because I doubt that the USA can reciprocate if Iran manages to score. USA is apparently chosen to just hunker down and try and keep the defensive game going. And the goalie has to cover the ball. Yeah. These next 10 minutes or so will be stressful. Okay, the goalie kicks it out. And the US manages to keep it inbounds in the Iranian zone. And the US has a prime opportunity. And nothing. Oh man, US, that was probably your best chance to make something happen. And now we're on. The US players have to run to get back into defensive positioning, and we're right back. We've now over 87 minutes passed. And as all. And Ball goes out of bounds again. Apparently, there's been 9 added minutes now, which means we just passed 88 minutes, which means in addition to the final 2 minutes, there's going to be at least another 9 minutes of play. And now Iran gets the corner kick. Okay, that ball bounces quite harmlessly into the legs of a U.S. player. All the U.S. has to do is, and it's going to be a U.S. throw, thank goodness. Whew. Seconds continue to tick. Now 89 minutes. The United States is going to get a free kick. Mono. Offsides is when if even so much as an arm or a leg is behind the last defender before a pass is made, that's considered offsides. And the U.S. has possession, and they are looking to try and no, and it's turned over to Iran. But the U.S. continues to possess. Yeah. Thank you, Mono. I do my best. We now just passed 90 minutes. Is it still just 5 penalty minutes? Juju, can you help me out here? Oh no, they finally showed the graphic. It says +9. They're 9 minutes ticking down. TK says I need some coffee. Well, the game is almost over, TK. There are about 9 penalty minutes left. And that first minute is about to be used up. Hey, Rosado, 9 minutes of stoppage time. It's going to be most stressful 9 minutes of the soccer. Okay, we just passed 91. Hey, Rosado, the game's pretty fun. Oh, that's a great save. The game's been pretty fun. Oh. Okay. Iran continues to hold it in the zone. A foul is coming for Iran. Yeah, you'll have to find it. Okay. Iran is kicking it in. The U.S. can only advance with a win, so they cannot let Iran score, or it'll be all but over. Oh, thank God. It went behind the nets. Phew. is slow chess-like game of hockey. Yeah. Oh, the Iran player is in agony because he missed that shot. Okay, now the goalie can kick it out. 93 minutes now. Rosado, if the US makes it to the round of 16, odds are good that I'll do another stream of this sort. Yeah, selects he totally missed. Well, seeing this game makes you realize just how much energy playing a full game of soccer must sap out of a person. The US manages to get a nice deflection. They are making an effort to keep it into the Iranians' zone for as long as possible. If they win, they play Saturday. Interesting. Well, I'll have to strongly consider another stream on Saturday, depending on what time it is. Okay. Yeah, the US finally has territory for advantage for once, and they immediately lose it. The ball goes out of bounds, and the US gets a throw in, I believe. 10 a.m.? That might be a little early. Okay. It is thrown in. Iran gets the throw now. We are past 95 now. And the US. Oh! The Iranian player grabs the US guy to take the yellow card, and the US will take the time winding down. Yep. Let's see. Seconds continue to tick upwards. There's 96 right now, which means 3 more minutes, and the US has possession, and they immediately turn it over. The US gets a throw. That's good. Every second counts now. So all the US has to do is keep possession. Play keep away, USA. Or keep away from the net at bare minimum. And that was a good heads deflection by the US player, and he does it again. The sacrifice of the. Oh no! And thank goodness the US player kicked it out. Okay. Knocked away. He just committed a foul to stop the attack. Okay. 1 minute and a half left. Okay. Iran must be going into desperation mode real soon. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, what an amazing save! Okay, less than a minute left now, boys. They're reviewing it for a potential penalty on Cameron Connor Vickers, I believe he just said. Yeah, soccer players keep taking the dives to try and draw the penalties. There should be no sports where diving is pretty much built into the fabric of the game. Iran is trying to make their case for a penalty. How much time is left? They're not showing. The U.S. is successfully keeping it up the field. Okay. The seconds are ticking down. We don't know how much time is left because they won't show us. And thank goodness the U.S. gets. The game is over. They did not call it a penalty, Juju. The game is over. The U.S. advances. The U.S. advances to the round of 16. Congratulations. Yes. The USA is moving on. Congratulations. And you can see the reaction of the crowds. US is jubilant. Let's see. TK. Soccer is traditional. There's a lot of tugging, holding, and pushing. So you have an opportunity to take it when it comes to diving. 2 points. Wow. Congratulations, USA. You did not draw again. And you didn't lose either. Hey, Rick. Hey, Rick. The U.S. is moving on to the round of 16. And Iranian players are heartbroken. Guess what is it, Rick? Let's see. At least someone can keep a lead, right? Oh, that's a shame, Rick. USA has advanced. USA. Soccer is 3 points when you win. Fun fact. Yeah. Yeah, it was exciting game. So Netherlands versus United States, Saturday, say 9 a.m. on Fox. I'm glad you had fun on this was your first live stream with us. Go USA, Go Panthers. Well, USA can celebrate today. We made it. And we probably have a decent chance of going somewhere. Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for joining us anyway here on the soccer stream. You'll tune in for the Panthers live stream if you're not too busy with homework. Okay. You predict the Netherlands to win against the US. Yeah, Andrew, you can exhale now. Nice win for USA. All the USA had to do was hold on to the lead, and they managed to successfully do it. Rosado says, "Go Croatia." Okay, yeah. Peace out to all of you. I will let you guys know well in advance if I plan on watching the Netherlands versus USA game. In all likelihood, I will wait until the next potential advancement game to stream. In other words, if the US has a chance to advance in the round of 16 with a win, that's the game that I will stream next. So, y'all have a wonderful day. We are going to stream tonight's Panthers game between the Panthers and the Flames. So, it will be either me and Jaws, or it'll just be me, depending on how he feels. So, y'all have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you guys tonight. Bye.